like they are, and to have a chance to win, you got to give yourself a chance. And we didn't do that. We didn't do that, offensively. And I thought we did some good things defensively. Had a couple busts, gave up some big plays, but offensively, we just did not give ourselves a chance to have any kind of success whatsoever. So moving forward, we got to get that corrected. We got to get that corrected and keep going, which I believe it is correctable. When we didn't execute, it was us more than anything else, and you can't do that against a good football team. So start conference play next week, so we're going to come in tomorrow and put this game behind us and get ready to move forward.
How you played, like the interception returns for a touchdown, and also what happened on a couple of those plays when a quick throw was wide open?
On which ones? When plays wide open, we had a busting coverage. Guys probably lost. I'll have to see the film, but probably lost eye discipline, and tried to do something they weren't supposed to do and busted the coverage. And then the interception for the touchdown obviously was huge. I mean, it was 1st and 10, and it's a high percentage pass that we've thrown and should be very, very high percentage pass. And they had to corner off, safety rotated down late, and Alex just misjudged where he was and thought he could lay it out there to the outside of him. So it's something he'll learn from. But it was huge, and you can't turn the ball over. No, he went out in warm-ups. The first snap he took in warm-ups with Donald, jammed his finger, and I have no idea why. Just jammed his finger, but he was fine. They went and looked at it. It didn't bother him at all. He was throwing the ball really well in warm-ups, and I was watching that closely. He threw the ball really well in warm-ups. I don't think it had any effect whatsoever. Yeah, it was a throwing hand, this finger right there, up high, but it was fine. Like I said, he was throwing the ball really well in warm-ups. It didn't have any effect on him. He's fine. Oh, yeah, he's fine, and had a knee contusion. But he could have gone back in. They came up and said, Alex is fine. He can go back in, and he's fine. So he told me that in the third quarter or something, that he's good to go. He can go back.
Was the knee was that a factor in maybe keeping EJ the rest of the game?
No, not really. I thought EJ was doing some good things and moving it, so we just kept him in. Like I said, he was good to go. If we wanted to put him in, we could have put him in. They said he was fine and ready to go. So, we just stayed with EJ. Well, let's go from there.
Michael Wakefield had some impact plays, sacks,
Yeah.
block passes,
Yeah, he's been doing that all season. He's been playing really well for us, and he played really well especially the end of last year. And I think he's got a lot of confidence right now, and he's playing really well. A lot of guys on defense are. I mean, one thing about this team, we got good character. These guys are going to continue to fight, and that's not good enough because we go out here to win the game. That's the object. But as I told them, it's the ultimate team game. And first of all, you don't point fingers. You don't do anything else, which we won't do because the guys believe in one another. They have character. And secondly, to beat a good team, all phases, you got to win as a team. We didn't give ourselves a chance to do that today. But our defense did some really good things. Obviously, we had some things that bust secondary-wise. They give up some big pass plays that you can't do. But I know one thing. These guys will battle. You watch the end of that game, and, they could have gotten down. Last year, so it would have been a different story. They could have gotten down on the offense or whatever, and they fought right to the very, very end. And it's not good enough because that's not what we're out there to do. But because of that, we're going to give ourselves a chance. So we got to get the things corrected on offense that we need to correct. And again, it's about us, not about anybody else. And we got to get that stuff corrected, and we will.
Obviously, a big improvement for the defense. Rushing defense is concerned. Was that one of your main points coming into this week following last week's performance?
For defense?
Rush defense.
Yeah, no question about it. Well, we knew Pitt was going to come in and rush it 50-something times if they could, and it's always a point of emphasis, no matter who we're playing. It was a point of emphasis last week against Pitt. It's always a point of emphasis. You got to stop the run first and foremost, and we knew these guys could run it. They got some good athletes, and they started out. First play, I think, was a 17-yard run, and then they drove it down, converted on a 4th and 7 during the course of that drive, and then I thought we, stepped up and played the run pretty well. And we knew there were going to be some things different. We told our guys all week, defensively, offensively, special teams, every game they played, they show you something different, and we've got to be able to adapt and adjust, and I thought our guys did that, at least defensively.
That's what's Scottish, but just kind of the overall weather, wet, rainy, first half. Felt that play to you, helped you guys out at all?
No, it didn't. It had no effect whatsoever. It didn't help us. It didn't hurt us. As I told you last week, I think I mentioned, we're prepared for that. We've talked about delays and how to handle it and all that kind of stuff. So we had a delay to start the game. Our guys were great. That had no effect.
I think it's just the delay, much more just kind of the bad weather tends to help keep under.
Yeah, well, I haven't been in South Florida a whole long time, but hopefully we won't be scheduling too many September 3:30 games, play either at noon or at night, because I do know one thing, the storms come in typically in the afternoon. So today was bad, pretty much. Today and yesterday was pretty much bad all day, though, but hey, that's part of it. Our guys are used to it. They're from here. They're used to that stuff. It's no big deal.
Today we did a good job on the run game. It was just a couple of plays that got us, and yeah, we held the run down very well. We played our technique well as a D-line. We stayed in our gaps, got out the blocks. Linebackers came and filled their holes, and that's how we held the run down.
What have you been able to do this year to maybe get more pressure on the quarterback without making a corner?
Just be relentless. Don't stop rushing. What you think the play over is not, but us just keep rushing. Yeah, I can speak on the defense behalf. We didn't feel no change. We wanted to go back out there and get another stop. I wasn't really talking in the offensive huddle or whatever, but I know it's defensive perspective. We was ready to go out back on the field and make another stop.
I saw the play. I saw it from the start. So when he ran the wheel, it was kind of I'm looking oh, I got this. I kind of relaxed on the pass, so he caught it. So he was a good catch, but I could have did a better thing with two. Could have got two hands on the ball and intercepted like that. But it was a good catch by him, though. I kind of felt it, but I supposed to make the play. I supposed to did my job. It was just broken coverage. They had schemed us a little bit, and they had found the little holes in our defense, but we had corrected in the halftime. So. We really stopped the run, so that was the main thing, stop the run. And us as DBs, we just gotta step it up and be better at just not having broken plays and just stand on our man and making plays when it's there.